What if Alexander the Great had modern weaponry? Disco Rudy had endured the Persians' bans and restrictions for a long time, but when they finally cancelled his disco night at the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, he'd had enough. A little bird told him that a promising new ruler had ascended the throne in Pella, Alexander the Great. Packing his bags, Rudy immediately set off to meet him. He caught up with the king near the smouldering ruins of Thebes, where Alexander had just crushed a rebellion and taken the survivors as slaves. Disco Rudy offered a deal: high-tech overseas weaponry in exchange for a few of those slaves. Alexander was more than happy to agree. The first real test for the new hardware came after crossing the Dardanelles. The armies of Alexander and the Persians faced off on opposite banks of the Granicus River. The Persians believed their arrows could halt any crossing, but Alexander had other plans. He lined up his soldiers and gave the order to open fire. The Persian cavalry and archers stood no chance against the raw power of the Kalashnikov. When the king reached Tyre, he was met by a city fortified on an island. His advisors warned that a siege would drag on for months and that they desperately needed a fleet. Disco Rudy, however, suggested they simply needed heavy artillery. A hail of fire rained down on the city. After only a few hours of shelling, Tyre surrendered, falling under the control of the first among equals. The final showdown took place against Darius III. The Persian ruler had amassed an army of 200,000 men, complete with scythed chariots and even war elephants. Alexander and his warriors faced a daunting task. How could they defeat such a massive force? A tank. An Abrams tank. After the first few blasts, the elephants fled in a panic, trampling Darius's own army. And so, a single iron elephant from overseas toppled the great Persian Empire. Babylon surrendered without a fight, and at long last, Disco Rudy was able to throw the most massive disco party the Hanging Gardens had ever seen. Subscribe now. The adventures of Disco Rudy continue.